Hello friends. Now we are going to talk about the another kind of the characteristics of the transistor, that is static characteristics under the common base and the common emitter configurations for the NPN transistor. Uh, Before we start, so what we have seen in the last topic, that is nothing but the currents in the three terminals of transistor, right? Three terminals, that NPN, emitter, base, and the collector, are mostly because of the diffusion currents, and which are related by the minority carrier concentration, like a NP or the PN and so on. Okay, in the particularly the base region, because the base region controls the current flowing through the transistor. So for higher transistors, okay, for the higher transistors, in the sense that with what we can say is the higher emitter efficiency, means the for transistor with higher emitter efficiency, means that its what amplification factor is higher one, or if eta is higher one, then we can here ignore the recombination currents, and also the expression for the DC current and the collector currents, they are actually reduced to the proportionality, or that collector current and the emitter current, actually they are proportional to the gradient of the what we can say is the its minority carrier concentrations, okay, at the boundaries between the emitter base and the at the base collector, okay, means at x is equal to 0 and at x is equal to w, means the boundary x is equal to 0 means the boundary between the emitter and the base, and the x is equal to w means the boundary between the base and the collector one, okay. So now here we are going to summarize the fundamental relationships for the transistors, and which are they? Actually, when the applied voltage, so what is the summary of the summary relationship for the transistor? And this is nothing but the first one is the applied voltages control the boundary densities through the term, that is exponential of the QV by KT, okay. The second one is the emitter and the collector currents are given by the minority density gradients at the junction boundaries, that x is equal to 0 and x is equal to w. Minority carriers are electrons in this case, okay, because the base is of the p type, so obviously the minority carriers will be the electrons present within it, okay. Then the third one, the base current is a difference between the emitter current and the collector. As we know that the emitter current is a summation of the base current and the collector current, okay. So this is what we have in the summary of this, okay. So now let's try to understand that the electron distribution in the base region of the NPN transistor for the various applied voltages. So these characteristics can be interpreted by using these four diagrams, okay. So and we'll understand that the representative sets of the output characteristics for the common base and the common base and the common emitter configuration in the further, okay. So the collector current is practically equal to the emitter current, okay. So this is what our perception, that how much amount of the collector current is collected, or the collector current is there, how much the emitter current is flowing one, so that will give us the alpha 0 is equal to 1, okay. So this is the amplification factor, right, so the efficiency. So what we can say, alpha 0 becomes a 1. Now this collector current remains virtually independent of the VBC or VCB, we can say, even down to the 0 volts, where the excess voltages or excess electrons are still extracted by the collector, as we can see from the figure B, okay. So from this figure we can understand that the irrespective of the what we can say, collector currents remains independent, okay. We can say over here it becomes independent of VBC, even goes to the 0 as well, right. So now the for the negative VCB, okay, for the negative VCB, so what we can, or the positive PBC, okay, on the other hand. So the base collector junction is forward bias, okay, base collector junction. So do remember that so this is the diagram where we can have the NPN. So obviously this junction has to be forward bias and this junction has to be the reverse bias, okay. So do remember this thing. So now the base collector junction is base and collector junction is what we can have forward bias, and the transistor will be in the saturation mode. Do remember that the last times what we have seen, that table corresponding to the operation of the transistor, okay. So the that transistor will be in the saturation mode, so saturation mode is here, okay. So now the electron concentration at x is equal to W, because at this point x is equal to W is the boundary, okay, increases significantly, okay, x is equal to W, that increases significantly, and causing the diffusion current to drop to the 0, okay, it goes to the 0, so IC goes to the 0 in this case, okay. And this is reflected in the negative term of the earlier equation, which we have seen in the equation that is corresponding to the I just write down the equation corresponding to this is nothing but the for the INC, okay. So the equation for the INC you can see over here, okay, you can see the equation corresponding to this is very much complicated, that INC is equal to AEQ dNP by dx at x is equal to W. So this equation, or else there is a more complicated equation is further written, but you can just go through that equation, okay. Now what we can see, the next thing is the collector saturation current, that is collector saturation current, that is ICB, okay, ICBO, okay, O is over here, and with the emitter is open circuit, there is no communication between it, open one. So this is considerably with the smaller than the ordinary reverse current of a PN junction, because of the presence of the emitter junction with a 0 electron gradient at x is equal to 0. So at this point what we can say, there is a 0 emitter current, okay. So and the PN junction reverse bias PN junction current, which is because of the what we can say, the emitter junction with a 0 electron gradient at x is equal to 0. So that will reduce the electron gradient, okay, that will reduce the electron gradient at x is equal to W, okay, and this can be seen over here. So this is open base, and what we can say, VBC becomes a 0, and this is an open emitter one. So the such a kind of the curvature will can be seen in this case, or what we can get it, okay. So when this current ICBO, okay, when this current ICBO is smaller than when the emitter junction is short circuited. So emitter junction is nothing but the VEB, okay, VEB becomes a 0, okay, or VBE becomes a 0, or else what we can say is the short circuited. So the these values can be approximated with the another kind of the equation. That equation is nothing but the ICO, okay. So equation for this is ICO become or approximately equal to the ACQ into DPC PNOC upon WC minus WDC minus DN NPO upon W, okay. So this equation results, right. Now trying to understand the further things, okay. So this is the case for the VCO, okay. Now, as we can see, the as VCB increases to the VCB. Okay, so IC versus this curvature or the graph, we can say was the IC versus VCB. Okay, so this is for the base configuration. Now, VCB increases to the value VBECO. Okay, if this goes to the increases to the VCBO, then the collector starts to increase rapidly. So this is what we can say. This is going to smaller value, and suddenly this goes on increasing at this region. Okay, you can see where the curvature is shown in upward direction. So increases very rapidly. So generally what happens that this increase is because of the avalanche breakdown. Okay, so avalanche breakdown, current will be in the cutoff and suddenly it starts increasing. So that is avalanche breakdown of the collector base junction. Okay, collector and the base junction. Okay, when this it touches to the each other, that what we can depletion region gets overcome by the up to the collector one. Okay, now for a very narrow base, okay, so narrow base width, okay, if we will try to reduce the base width or the base with a relatively low doping, then the breakdown may also be caused by the punch through the punch through effect, that is the neutral base with base width which is reduced to the zero at sufficiently VBC, for the sufficiently VBC, and if it is more on and the base width is very small, then directly they can just go punch through effect, and directly the current starts flowing through the depletion region. So the collector depletion region is in direct contact with the emitter depletion region, and so at this point the collector is effectively short circuited to the emitter, and the large current starts to flow. Okay, so the large current starts to flow through that region. So this is case of the what we can say the CB configuration. Okay, common base configuration. Now let's try to understand the output characteristics for the common emitter configuration. Okay, so that characteristics are shown in this figure, the IC versus VCE graph, and for the NPN transistor. Here note that the current gain is considerable. Okay, HFE is considerable one. Okay, HFE is considerable. Okay, now and the current increases with the VCE. Okay, so the current increases with the VCE. Okay, so IC is increase, VCE increases, obviously IC also increases. Now the saturation current, that is ICO. Okay, the saturation current ICO means this is the saturation current. These are the saturation currents for the all others as well. VCO, which is a collector current with a zero base current, that is open base, is much larger than the ICBO. So the here what we can say, ICEO is very much greater than ICBO. Okay, so this is open circuit, the common open circuit collector base current. Okay, physically the open base floats to a slightly positive potential, and the increasing the collector concentration, and its slope is shown in this figure. Okay, so its slope is for the open base, its slope is shown over here. Sorry, slope is shown over here. So the open base. Now as VCE increases, the neutral base width W decreases. Obviously the neutral base width decreases, and causing the increase of the beta 0. Okay, beta 0 is the amplification factor. Okay, and that can be shown in this figure. Okay, in this figure we can show. So the lack of saturation. Okay, so the width is just go on decreasing one. Okay, so this you can see over here, the width will go on. So here we can have the W, and here is a W dash in this case. So now this lack of saturation in the common emitter output characteristics is because of the large increase of the beta 0 with VCE and is referred to as a early effect. Okay, so the early voltages can be seen over here. So the voltage VA, okay, so the voltage VA, okay, is on the other side of the graph, is a negative side. Okay, is extrapolated things, extrapolated. If this saturation current is extrapolated to the uh, uh, collector current axis, then what we can get it the early voltages as well. Okay, now VA is extrapolated at which the output curves meet is called as the early voltage. For a transistor with base width WB, which is a much larger than the depletion region. Okay, base width is much larger than the depletion region in the base. The early voltages can be given by this equation. That is, early voltage is given by this equation. That is, VA is equal to Q dN, which is function of WB. Then the Ni square, which is function of the WB, into WB divided by epsilon s, and some integration corresponding to it. Okay, integration corresponding to this will result us into the VA is early voltage is proportional to the what we can say the or directly proportional to the Q NB and WB square, and inversely proportional to the epsilon s. So for this is case of the for the uniform base. For the smaller base width, and the small early voltages is equivalent to the low output resistance, and that low output resistance is given by the DIC by DVCE. Okay, so this is something like, okay, slope of that curve, which is undesirable for the circuit application. If base width is small enough, the punch through would occur with a behavior similar to the avalanche breakdown. On the other hand, since low Gamel number that we have seen in the last lecture, that NB dash, okay, low Gamel number is preferable to give a high current gain. Balance has to struck between the early voltage and the current gain. Okay, so this is corresponding to the output characteristics of the NPN transistor. For the small collector emitter voltages, that you can read through the book.